This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Louisville, Colorado. I am here at Busaba. Since 2010, they have been providing authentic Thai cuisine, not only for the locals, but all the visitors who come to our great state of Colorado. I'm here with Smata, who is the owner, manager. Let's start off a little bit about yourself. You began this great restaurant 2010. Many years before that, though, you come from a country that loves cuisine. Tell me a little bit about how this got started for you.
Yeah, it's funny how it is actually. The restaurant is an accident. We didn't really plan to own a restaurant, but a couple of my family members work in restaurant for a long time, and then the place that they work got bankrupt. So two of them lost job, and we're like, hey, guys, we're foodies and we know we can do the restaurant. It might be time for us to do the restaurant. So we jump into it. And that's how it happened.
And the rest is history, as they say. Here we are.
Yes.
Those of us who are fortunate enough to visit Thailand, basically, you guys have been able to help them decide where to eat, what to eat, give them tips, advice. What about for folks here in America who walk through the front doors? Maybe they need some advice on what to eat. They never tried this type of food before. Are you able to educate people on that process?
Yeah, education is certainly part of my job, and my family members' job too. Plus all the servers and the busters too. Because most of the customer, I would expect that they don't know much about Thai food, except the one that traveled to Thailand, right? So we always ask how much do you know about Thai food? Then we know where to start. Do we actually have to explain further, or we just have to go very surface because they have been to Thailand? So I always ask what do you guys feel like having today? Is it kind of rice feeling? Is it curry feeling? Something soup and clear feeling? Or noodles? Then we kind of know which directions to go. And then kind of go from there, because people have different preference, right? So it's some people, I like it more sweet. Some people, I like it less sweet. Some people like it spicy. Some like it bold. Some like it not so bold. So I always go from there and suggest them from there. And what are the Thai people's favorite? And Pad Thai, everybody knows. But then beyond that, what are the choices?
Absolutely. So really it boils down to listening to the customer, finding out how much they know about the cuisine, what kind of mood they're in as far as eating. Let's start off the education a little bit here. Let's start off on the menu with the appetizers, with the starters. I see many rolls on there, everything from the chicken rolls, vegetable rolls, even summer rolls. Tell me what goes into a roll.
Yeah, for the egg rolls, which some people do call them spring roll. It depends on the places. So for us, the egg roll is a deep fry rolls. And those, we have two versions of them, the vegetable and the chicken version. So the vegetable have the organic sweet potato, it got the cabbage, and it also have some carrots. And then, funny, it's called egg roll, but it doesn't have any egg in it. So for those that are vegetarian, can certainly have that. And for the chicken version, then we added chicken and then a taro to them, on top of what's already in the veggie.
Each one of them sounds pretty delicious. I know one of the favorites for many adults, well, heck, even for many kids, is the pot stickers. Pot stickers seem to be pretty labor intensive to create many of those. Tell me about what goes into that.
Yeah, those, we also have the vegetable and the chicken version. So the vegetable one have the leek and the onions and the cabbage. And then the chicken one then have the chicken added to it as well. And we actually have our own, I don't want to say pot sticker. It's sort of like wonton, but we don't want to call it wonton, so it sounds a little bit too Chinese. So we tweak it and call it ravioli, which makes it Italian. But it's like a steamed dumpling with chicken and shrimp. It's also really good.
Excellent. What about folks out there who want to start their meal with maybe a soup? And when we live in Colorado, it can get cold out, but really it's great for year-round. Share with me as far as the soups go. Is there a particular one that you think is pretty popular?
Yeah, the two Thai popular soups are the tom yum soup and the tom kha soup. So the tom yum is a clear broth, kind of, people call it Thai hot and sour soup, but it's not like anywhere near Chinese hot and sour that people would know. So it's like a clear broth soup. It has like mushroom, onions, tomato, and you can choose like chicken, or it can be shrimp version, or it can be tofu version. It can be made vegetarian. And the other one is a tom kha soup. Very similar to the tom yum, but it's coconut based.
Interesting. I mean, here in America, we're pretty. It's pretty common for soup and salad. Is there a difference between the salads that you put together, a Thai salad? What would be the difference for folks?
Great question, actually. The salad, people sometimes like, hey, I want to have salad. I was like, hey, first, I want to let you know that Thai salad is meat oriented rather than vegetable oriented. You know, so lard, for example, is chicken or pork ground salad with like a lime dressing, and also the nam tok is pretty similar. It's beef, and it has like everything else pretty much the same. Like the seasoning wise is the same, but the total, like the look of the product is different. And the little bit more vegetable oriented is som tam, which is papaya salad, and it basically papaya salad, like it said. So it doesn't have a lot of other mixes to it. So if you're looking for like a good mixed vegetable salad, I would say Thai food don't really have that. And we go more into like stir-fry vegetable dishes rather than like salad, so to say.
So that is a good question. Like you say, people come in thinking they're going to get a typical type of salad. Very different. Obviously, like I say, soup is something pretty popular. What really is the difference between soup and a curry? I mean, I see a lot of the curries. They look like there are a lot of coconut used in the curries. Is it a pretty healthy choice as well?
It is actually. All the Thai curries are coconut based. In this restaurant, there's some of them that is not on the restaurant menu that are not coconut based, but we only chose the coconut ones to serve in the restaurant. Yeah, and the huge difference is the curry has paste into it, so the paste vary by the type of curries. Yeah, like the red and the green curry, for example, people always ask me, hey, what are the differences? I was like, hey, the difference is only the color of the red chili and the color of the green chili. And everything else is the same. So it has like garlic, it has shallots, it has some peppers in there. So the peppers, we only chose like the red one for the red curry, and we chose the green one for the green curry. So it produced like different color. And then green curry, actually, to add on, it also has cilantro in it as well. So to make it like very, very green color. That's how the color derives.
That's very good to know. Kind of fun educating folks out there on what it's all about. Those folks out there that, let's say, have maybe some special diets, they're vegetarian or basically gluten-free, are some of the items on the menu actually available that way as well?
Another great question. Yeah, we here in Boulder County, right? So you know that people are pretty particular, and they know exactly what they like and what they can have and what they can't. So we have to cater to pretty much anyone here in Boulder County and anyone else that comes across. So we always have requests of having like vegetarian is one of the very common. The vegan, which basically we remove the egg out of the vegetarian equation, and it became vegan because we don't use any dairy in Thai cooking. And then we have gluten-free, we have soy-free. So it is a lot. Certain dishes is already made like soy-free. For example, papaya salad does only have fish sauce, sugar, tamarind, lime. So it doesn't have any of those that people can't have. But you know, we mark every single items on the menu, what can be done gluten-free and what can be done vegetarian, but it has to be request so that it's done correctly.
Absolutely. So kind of nice. You can come in as somebody who's not knowing, take a look at the menu. It's all marked right there, but then explain what your needs are. Let's talk, before we talk about the entrees here, I want to talk about rice in general. I mean, that's something that's included with a lot of the entrees there. I'm a person who loves fried rice in general. You have quite a few plates just with fried rice. Pineapple fried rice, Bangkok street basil rice. Tell me about the differences there, and is there a favorite you think people seem to like?
Yeah, certainly the Bangkok street fried rice is the most popular. It's kind of like we created a name so that people know that, hey, if you go to Bangkok on the street cart, you actually can get this kind of fried rice. It's a very simple fried rice. It has tomato, onions, and then in Thailand, they normally use the Chinese broccoli. And I'm not sure you have seen that before or not, but here it's a little bit harder to find, and also they don't tend to be the freshest. So we switched to use like broccoli, like local broccoli, So it still gives the similar flavor, and it's still in the broccoli family, anyway. But flavor profile is exactly the same as what you can get on the street. And pineapple fried rice as well is what you can certainly get in Thailand. It's more on the sweeter side because you can get a hint from like pineapple, right? And it also have curry powder, which also give like very unique taste to it as well. And the other fried rices like basil fried rice, we created ourselves here. We have similar things in Thailand, but we create like a vegetable mix to it. Like, hey, what would go well with the basil fried rice? Because people do like basil a lot in Thailand. And also the prick pao fried rice. Prick pao is the shrimp paste, chili soy base. And then we use that to stir fry with the rice. So it has like this shrimp, a little bit of chili, and an oily kind of feel. And also give very unique flavor as well, more on the like seafood side.
Let me ask you, obviously people love their rice, they love their noodles. Do you think one is more popular than the other? I mean, I see quite a few variations that you have just of noodles in general. What would you say is most popular here in this area?
Noodles definitely is a winner. Yeah, it is predictable that people like pad thai. Okay. And it's so true that the second most popular item in the restaurant is about only 50% sold like number wise compared to pad thai. So it's far, far, far away from like the second most popular items. The pad thai always win.
Folks out there who have never tried an entree, maybe they've messed around with an appetizer here, a little bit of fried rice. They want an appetizer. They want an entree. That's really the best way to experience what you offer here. What would you say is a must-have, or what would you point to somebody when it comes to an entree?
I normally try to steer people towards non-pad thai stuff, so the stuff that people never heard of. I always ask like, hey, what do you normally like? You like drunken noodles? Oh, then you might like this one. Or do you like Bangkok fried rice? Oh, then you might like this noodle. So go for the flavor profile that they like. If they like less intense, I always recommend the core noodles as one of a very good dish. I don't think I've seen it at other restaurants. It's a very much street food also in Thailand. It's like a lightly stir-fried white noodles with bean sprouts, preserved cabbage, fried garlic. And core in Thailand is by default go with chicken and the squid. But in this country, I kind of removed the squid from the equation because it actually might scare a lot of people. And we use dry squid in Thailand. So it's really dark brown color, a little bit on the stink side, but it gives unique taste to the dish. But we just go with the chicken normal version. And also in our menu, the unique thing is also we let you choose your protein option. So you can go with pork, you can go with beef, you can tofu, whatever you like.
I was noticing that on the entrees. You've got all the meats covered. We're talking about chicken, pork, beef, even bacon I see in some of those there. Obviously, for somebody who wants to get filled up, an entree is the best way to go, would you say?
Yeah, certainly. Entree here is really, really good size. So for dinner is about like 24 ounces, So a normal person would actually be totally filled with that. I can eat that probably like 3 meals myself, because it's quite a bit of food. And it had good variety too on each dish. We did tweak it a little bit so that if people are not sharing, they actually can get protein, carbohydrate, and also vegetable in one dish. In Thailand, we normally do family-style sharing always, or almost always, unless you go for like a noodle soup, then you don't really share with people. But if you go for like a normal like stir-fry dishes with rice, then you normally go out like family-style with your friends or your family. So in Thailand, if you go for garlic pepper chicken, for example, you order it on the street, you don't really get any vegetable. So you have to probably order another dish that has a lot of vegetable and share between the two person.
That is so nice. One thing about Thai food that I love is the fact you can get actually meat, because I'm a beef eater. You can get meat, but you can also get seafood. And we're talking about shrimp you've got there. Like you mentioned earlier, you're talking fish, catfish, squid, even tofu. Tofu is something that a lot of people really look for when they're checking out a menu.
Yeah. I would say now trends really move towards the menu, like you mentioned, Gary. The tofu itself, people really love. We use non-GMO tofu, and we also have option of organic tofu as well. So I see like over the years past, people are changing their diet more towards tofu. Like Right now, the tofu sales is like 200% more than a couple years ago. So people really, really change a lot here in Boulder County.
That is great, though, because of the fact you can come into a restaurant and basically with pretty an extensive menu that you offer out there, really letting people kind of experience what they would right there in Thailand, right here in a local environment. Not only that, but your entrees, you have complete vegetable entrees for folks, meat entrees, so a little bit for anyone.
Yeah, we do really have a lot of choices, and when people look at the menu, I always ask them like, hey, you have to try to categorize, first your feeling, what are you looking for? A lot of vegetable, a little vegetable, a lot of carbs, no carbs, then we can certainly steer you towards that way because we have over 60 items on our menu. Yeah, plus a dessert as well, the Thai dessert and the Western dessert.
Dessert, a little bit of drink with it. I mean, I see an area here that's almost set up like a bar. So you name it, be it a lunch menu or dinner, you can come in and really enjoy some atmosphere.
Yeah, we have a full bar, certainly, like the liquor and the beer and the wine, all of that cover. We create our own special drinks as well. So I created the Thai iced tea and the Bailey, which became very popular, and also Thai iced coffee with Bailey and some Thai martinis as well, which is also very popular. And funny enough, we have like some summer drinks like mojitos that people really love, and we're like, hey, we're not Cuban, but we actually make pretty great mojito here in Busaba. Yeah.
That's very cool. Let me ask you, this was really an idea that came out of, like you said, an accident. I mean, it wasn't planned, but yet the opportunity arose and you took it. A lot of folks are not able to go visit Thailand, but yet they can experience that right here. Is that rewarding for you, being able to educate people really from your native homeland, something they can experience?
Yeah, certainly that was like part of my goal, because when I first opened the restaurant, we kind of feel that the restaurant that we have tried, it's more caters to what like American Thai, which I don't know who came up with American Thai idea, but people somehow stated that American people tend to like sweeter dishes, and I don't agree. I would say American people, they have good palate too, but they're just not being educated correctly. So we say we're gonna cook 100% authentic taste. I always emphasize on authentic taste because like certain vegetable we don't use in Thailand, but we have it here locally. So we want to use like fresh ingredients and fresh vegetables. But taste-wise, this restaurant exactly the same as in Thailand. Sauce and every products we use is from Thailand.
Absolutely. I see small variations that you've made, like you say, maybe a different broccoli, a different something, but it's taste-wise, it hits it right on the head for you. Obviously, this has become very popular for you. I mean, I see as I walk in, the best of across the wall there, best of Boulder, best of the area. We had to come out and basically introduce our viewers to the best of something that they can't find elsewhere. Kind of exciting when you see and you know that people love what you're doing.
Yeah, we became more recognized like over the year by different media, and thanks to them that they actually gave us like different awards without asking, right? And the one that came to our surprise is 5280 on the latest year that we are editor's choice for best Thai restaurant, and we're very happy that people notice our hard work and our dedication to making authentic Thai food.
Sounds so good. I'm gonna have to try one of those entrees. They sound delicious. I mean, some of these recipes here, they come from the family. This is something that's been passed down. Is there something that you would point people to when it comes to something very authentic? Maybe they won't experience elsewhere.
Yeah, certainly. I always recommended my mom's creation. The item is called Busaba chicken puff. It's a great starter. It's actually is an Indian roti. It's really nice and flaky, and we make the stuffing out of chicken, corn, carrots, green pea, and potatoes, stir fry with the curry powder. So it's very similar to, if you go to Thailand, it's like called Thai chicken puff, but it's actually the Thai chicken puff. They make like the chicken puff dough themselves, and then they folded it, like some other Thai restaurant has here. But the Busaba chicken puff is my mom's version actually, and the mixture, the combination with that roti that we find also on the street in Thailand. It's such a great combo that you can't find anywhere else. And for sure, it's from my mom. So
It's very important for people to be educated because I imagine some people would be afraid to order something on the menu they don't know what it is. Yet when they do order it, I bet they get hooked.
yeah, certainly people really love. I never get a complaint about that Busaba chicken puff. And once I recommend, people tend to go for more.
Very nice. Let's take a look at the screen there, viewers. What you're going to see, first of all, is their website. On the website, you can basically check out the location. Great parking out in front. Totally modern building here. Seats plenty of folks right here. But obviously, come in because this is a place you can get educated on what Thai food is all about. We're talking about an organization that began really out of an accident, a family coming together to experience some great Thai food. Check out the reviews online. They're great. We had to come out and introduce them as the best of CNTV. Great for the area here, great for the locals, and those who are thinking about going to Thailand, they definitely can give you some great tips as well on what you can eat over there also. Once again, that is Busaba, since 2010, providing authentic Thai cuisine. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.